Yeah. Okay. So there are different kinds of control statements in Java.
Okay.
First one is if-else statement, as already you know, like in C or C++ language, as you already experienced on these statements. So it is quite similar to that in Java. Okay, I will explain in the practical also. And next is do while loop and while loop, for each loop, switch statement, break statement, continue statement, and return statement. Okay, some of the control statements you have already seen in the C or C++ language. Okay.
Yeah.
So first we will see if-else statement syntax. See, it will be like if the condition, whatever you want to give, you want to give, that condition should be enclosed in the if. Okay. Same. The syntax should be like exactly like this only. Okay. And after that, you need to give the curly braces. This entire thing is like it's a block. This is yeah, whatever the highlighted part. Okay. After the curly braces, before the curly braces, that is a block. If block. Okay. If condition block and else condition block also. Okay. So then if you want to execute some code, if the condition is true, you need to enter here. Okay, whatever your code or programming statements, you need to write here. Okay, and if condition is false, then it will become the control flow will come into else block. Then your statements will be executing in this else block. Okay. Then, but what are the other types of if-else condition? We have like else if condition also. Suppose if you want to check some more conditions, like if condition 1, okay, if that is not true, if else if condition 2, if you want to put one more condition, okay, then you need to put inside the else if condition, okay. Then again condition 3 else if, okay. At last, if any of these conditions are not true, then else if you want to execute the else block, then you can keep that in the else block condition. Okay, like this. Okay, so so these are the if-else conditions. I'll show you in practicality also, because yesterday also we have not done. We can cover those also. We'll create a. Actually, I have Eclipse IDE. So before going to that, I will show you how actually I install Eclipse in my laptop. So this is Eclipse. Any version you can install, Eclipse G or Eclipse Mods, okay, or Eclipse GNU. You can install anything. It is open source software, and once you open this, you can give something like the workspace Java classes. Okay.
Veeresh, did you share the Eclipse screen?
Oh, sorry, I shared only the PPT. Sorry for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, okay. 1 second. One second, let me reshare the screen. Okay, are you able to see now?
Oh yeah.
Okay. See, I will show you from starting of the Eclipse onwards again. Okay, so this is the Eclipse Neon. So if you install this one, after installing, you can just open this Okay, so it will ask for the workspace. So I given the workspace like Java classes. Okay, and this is the default path, which is in which the Java classes workspace will going to store.
Okay.
So I'm trying to open this. So I will show you how to create some sample project in Eclipse. Okay, so this is the welcome page. So do you know this Eclipse already? You have used it, or this is the first time you are seeing?
No, I already used it. I've
Okay,
used
We
it.
already used it.
okay. Then we can go like fastly. So I can create a new Java project. Okay, I'm naming it as Java classes project. Okay, and this is the default location, your workspace. I want to use Java 1.7 environment, GRE. Okay. Then you can next. Okay, finish. Yes. Okay, just close it. Okay. So we can create here some package. Okay, com dot. What can we give? Like com dot redo dot some class one classes one. Okay, some package you can give. Okay, this is a package info file. It is default. It will create once you give that information on. Once you check that checkbox. Okay, then you can create a one class. Okay, some class name you can give. Like we are working on the control statements, right? So okay,
Veeresh,
control.
uh,
Yeah,
the package name that's just default your name, your defined package, right? It's not a
yeah,
predefined one.
yeah. It's a user defined one only. It's not
Yeah.
like
Why
predefined.
we have to use like com dot in that? We
Yeah,
can give any package, any names.
yeah. Good question. We can give any name, but generally, as per the Java standards, com is like a abbreviation for company. Like it's a company, and what is the inside? Is there any subordination like that? Com dot org dot like that we can give. We have to give. But it's not a mandatory. You can, if you want to follow the convention, you can follow. Otherwise, you can give whatever you want.
Okay.
Okay. So, but all these are the packages only. Like this is the main package, this is the sub package, and the last one is the like that is all. This is also sub package.
Okay.
Okay. So like that we can give. But in your actual project, when if you hide for some company and if you are working for that company, you need to give according to their standards. Okay. Suppose if you are
Mhm.
working in some Oracle company like com dot oracle dot and whatever the project name project package dot like that you need to give. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So now I'm creating the main function. Okay, if you give control space bar, it will give like publish static void main. Okay, static box. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm going to create something like so we need to create some like if else conditions, right? Okay,
Yeah.
some integer number we can take. We'll start with the integer number. Okay, something like it is integer num is equal to -5. Okay, then we need to check whether this condition. We need to check whether this number is 0 or something. Some conditions we can put in the condition. Just for example, so if num equals 0, then we need to perform some code inside the if block. Okay, so something like system.out.println. Okay, so it is 0. Okay, and if it is if you put else if, okay,
Okay.
num is greater than 0, then we need to print something like, okay, number is positive. Okay, so you can display the number also, then concatenate with your user defined statement. Okay, is positive. Okay, and if it is number is less than 0, okay, means if number is equal to 0, it is 0. If number is greater than 0, it is positive. So what else remains? It is negative only, right? If these conditions becomes false at last, so then
You
we
can
can
use
put,
it.
yeah, then we can put in the else block, because else block will always comes if number is negative. Okay, so here
Yes.
also we will display a number and then is negative. Okay,
Yeah.
1 second. Okay, fine. But someone else there. Okay, fine. Okay, so you understand, right? So just we are going to differentiate whether the number is a positive or negative, or it is a 0. Okay, so these are the like if else conditions, and if you execute this, run as Java application. Yeah, so because minus 5 is there, right? Initialized to number, so that's why -5 is negative as executed. This code is executed. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so here I want to tell you something about the system. See, system is a class available in the java.lang.package. Okay, so this contains all the input and output related methods. Okay, required for the programming. Okay, and out is a variable. Okay, it's again one object. It is a print stream object. Okay, that print stream object defined in the system class.
Okay.
Okay, and again if you see println is a method available in the print stream class. Okay, which takes uh, string as the input, and it is a void method. Which is a void method means this println will not return anything. It will just take the input string and it will print. Okay, so if you want to check, just you can press F3. See, this is a system class. Okay, this is a built-in class defined by the Java soft development. Okay, this is a final print stream out is a variable. Okay, this is defined here. And if you go inside this print statement, print stream class, so you can see here println method. See, this contains not this one, println of string, right? We need println of string. So where it is, this one. Yeah. So what it is doing, it is printing, and after that it is printing the new line also. Okay. So this is how internally it is executing.
Okay.
So that is the meaning of the system.out.println. Okay. So this is the program in if else conditions. So any doubts so far in this?
Mm. Mm.
Okay. So then coming back to
Actually, Viresh,
yeah.
what's the role of the package here? Because if we without package also this program executes, right?
Yeah, if you won't create any package, Eclipse will create a default package and it will execute. Without package also we can execute. We can execute.
What's the role? What it
Yeah,
is doing exactly?
yeah. Actually, the role of package is so if you want to categorize some of the classes into some particular set of classes, okay. We have some project like college. Okay, college has students, library, and some lab. All these are the some kind of different departments are there, right? So you want to categorize into like some set of classes. Okay, okay. All the students will come under the one set. Okay, that is some your college name dot students. Okay, that is a package. So package is contains nothing but a set of classes or interfaces. Okay,
Mhm.
and if you want to derive whatever the books available in the library, so all those will become again one package. Okay, your college library is a one package again, which contains set of books. Like that, your college lab has also having set of some instruments. Okay, so that is the advantage of after categorizing. It is easy to readable, and if you want to debug anything, or if any error comes in which package it came, for which class, then you can easily debug whenever any bug comes in your project. Okay, so that is
Okay.
the advantage of creating the package and defining the classes inside it. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, fine. So coming to do while loop. So do while loop is nothing but like it will execute in the loop until the condition becomes false. Okay.
Okay.
So as long as the do while condition is true, this loop will be executing iteratively. Okay. So we will see some example like this is the syntax for this. While is have do curly braces, and inside this whatever the code you want you can write it, and condition will be written in the enclosing in the while. Okay, so if you want to display numbers from 1 to 10, okay, so
Okay.
here only I will create some new like inside the main. Okay, or we will create like in a methods. Okay, so you can take this um, okay, something like public methods. Okay, so this is about one method. Okay, if else methods, and if you want to do only while do while. Okay, so if you want to call this method, you need to create a object to the control class one. Okay, then on this object you can call the method first. Okay, so this is the way how you need to call the method from the main. from the main method. Okay. Then coming to do while, so I want to print numbers from 1 to 10. Okay. So first you can define some int x. Okay. So you can initialize x is equal to 1, or you can directly initialize here itself. This is on the way, as you already know. Okay. Then you can start do while. Okay. Here we need to print the number. Okay. X. So we need to print the numbers while x. So
Less than or equal.
yeah. So until the number becomes 10. So less than or equal to 10. Okay. So you need to increment the value so that in the next iteration it will increment the value. So initially it is 1, right? Next time it will become 2. Like that, this loop will iterate 10 times. Okay. So this is how we can write the code. Then you can just call this method inside the main. Okay. Then you can execute. Okay. It is printing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Because what I gave, just only print only I gave. I didn't give any new line. So that's why it is printing like in the same line. Okay. So this is the advantage of print. So based on the requirement, you can use print or println. Okay. And coming back to, so if you already knew this, we can go like syntax wise without examples. If you want, I will show in the practical example also in the Eclipse. Okay. So while loop is like it is also some loop. Okay, like just like do while loop, but the condition will first it will check the condition, then only it will enter into the loop. But in the do while loop, what happens? It is first it will execute the code inside the loop. After that, it will check the condition. Okay,
Yeah.
so that is the difference between do while and while loop.
Okay.
Okay, so then the question is, so between these two loops, which one is the efficient one? Okay, this is the very
While
important interview question.
while is there while loop?
While loop,
What's the question, Veeresh?
yeah, the question is out of do while and while loop, which one is efficient?
Okay. For which loop?
Yeah. So actually, this see in a do while loop, what happens? The statements are executed without testing the condition. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So without the first, it won't execute the condition first. It will execute the first code, then only it will check the condition. Okay.
Yeah.
For the first time. From the second time only, the condition is observed. Okay. This means
Okay.
that the programmer doesn't have the control right from the beginning of the execution in do while loop.
Yeah.
Okay. Means at least first iteration, it will directly execute without checking the condition in the do while loop. But in while loop, the condition will be tested first, then only the statements are executed.
Yeah.
Okay. Means if you want to have better control, like if you want to check the condition first for your requirement, then you need to use the while loop. So while loop is more efficient than the do while loop.
Okay.
This only in terms of like security kind of thing, like more check, like validation. First you need to do validation, then only your code needs to be executed. So in that perspective, while loop is more efficient. Okay. Performance wise, both are same. Like execution is same. Okay. based on the given conditions. So that is the question. Next, coming to for loop. So for loop also like it will have the initialization and condition and increment and decrement operators. Okay. So if you want to
Okay.
print like the same thing in the Eclipse from 1 to 10, so just you need to do test, for loop test. Okay. So what you need to do here, you need to use for loop.
Give me a second, Veeresh.
Yeah.
If you did use the while loop, where do you gotta do the increment after the curly?
This one you are saying?
No. For while loop,
While
While
loop,
loop.
I didn't do practically. Okay, I will do
that's
practically.
okay. But where do we do the increment? Something.
Yeah, we can do inside the while. Okay, here in the syntax of at last we will do. Generally, we will do at last. So if you have some requirement, like if you want to increment at the beginning of the while loop, you can do that.
Okay.
Generally, we will do at the end of the before the end of the loop.
Okay.
Okay, like this you can do. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So now for loop, so I want to print numbers from 1 to 10. So here we need to give like this. So just check your syntax, initialization, condition, increment or decrement. Okay, whatever you want, you can give. Suppose if you want to print 10 to 1, then first give 10 and x greater than or equal to 0, then x minus minus. Based on your logic, you can vary the conditions. Okay. So then this is about the for loop. What is the error? So we got some error. Yeah, actually for loop didn't start the block. Okay. So then you can call this in your main method. Okay. Then you can execute this. So like this, error 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, something wrong. So x is equal to 1, x less than or equal to 10, x plus plus, and system dot out dot print of x. So just
It's printing both the while loop and the for loop.
Yeah, it's better to comment them, I think.
um
Println.
yeah, we will do one thing. Here we can give one println statement. Okay. Then we will see the output properly, whether it is executing or not. So we are getting only 13579. Okay. Yeah, because we are incrementing here also. So that's why it is skipping. 2 times it is incrementing. So
Yeah.
that's why we are getting like odd numbers. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now we got the required output 1 to 10. Okay. So this is how we can use the for loop. And coming to for each loop. So for each loop is also kind of for loop only. But if you want to like use some collection, okay. So if you want to iterate the collection, then you can use this for loop for each loop, okay. But it's not mandatory like always use the for each loop for the collection. You can use for loop also, but they're given some kind of provision. You can easily iterate the collection using the for each loop. Okay. I will tell you how to do this. Suppose you have the integer array. Okay, in for each loop. So before that, I will tell you what is a collection. So
No,
yeah, collection is a group of elements, okay, or objects. Okay, so it's a group of elements like integer values or objects. Okay, examples for collections are arrays, class, stack, linked list, vector, etc. So these are the collection type elements. Okay, so you know arrays, right? So whatever the object holding some like a collection of elements, so that is called a collection. Okay, so this is also important interview question. We will see how to use the for each loop. Okay, for each loop. So suppose there is a collection, for example, integer arrays. Okay, integer x is equal to. So here we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So this integer array is nothing but a collection element. Okay. So now, so what you need to do according to the syntax, you need to give the collection. Okay, from the collection you need to iterate. Okay, so this x is an integer, right? So I will rename some c. Okay, this c is an integer array. Okay, so that's why we need to give that collection here. Okay, and we need to separate it by colon, and whatever the type of the integer or the array is an integer type, right? So that type we need to give here. It will iterate one by one from this collection of elements. Okay, so now if you give here it will print. So this is how we can give. You understand, right? So now we will call this one that you are the one dot.
So array is compulsory. Array we have to give compulsory for each.
No, it's not necessarily, but it is like an easy way of writing the code. So you can just give the collection separated by colon, and left side is whatever the type of the integer, whatever the type of the array that we need to give with some variable name, something like this.
Okay.
For anything like this, suppose there is some linked list is there. Okay, linked list L is equal to new linked list. Okay, then you can give here L, and whatever the generic type here, something like string is there. Okay, then you need to give string here. That's all. Then it will print. Okay, so the syntax will be same. So if you want to iterate without for each loop on the collection, we can also do that. I will tell here itself. This is for each loop. Okay, and for loop, if you want, I will show you for loop. But don't confuse like with the name. For each loop means here for each is not there. It's not like that. But the way of writing the syntax will differ from for loop. Okay. So now we can give for int I is equal to 0 and I less than. So we need to iterate 10 times, right? This is the array length. Okay. So C is the integer array. Inside that we have a there are many methods inside this. So you need to give the length of the array. So what is the length of the array here?
9.
Total 10, right? So is the length of the
Yes.
array is 10. Okay. So now here you can print I, not I. Um, so I is the just is a index. Okay, like it starts from 0 to 9. Okay, so you need to print the array elements, right? So C of I. So what is an array? Array is a group of elements having similar data type. Okay, means
Yeah.
see, this is an integer array having the elements all of type integer. This one is integer, two is integer, three is integer. So this is the definition of the array. Whatever the type should be same for all the elements. If you give string here, then all the elements uh, should be string inside this array. Okay, that is called array. Okay, now we can call this for each loop tester. Okay, it is already calling, right? So just we can give system.println, then we can execute this one. Oh, sorry, some errors are there. What is that error? Okay, ctr1. So run as Java application. Yeah, it is printing again 1 to 10. Okay, so that is how we are using the for each loop. Okay, coming to next. Okay, so we have the switch statements. Okay, so you heard about switch statement? It's available in C language also, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
available. So the same thing we are using. So switch of expression. So you can give any expression here inside this switch braces, and that expression should it will give some value, right? So that value should match with any of these cases. Cases are nothing but a conditions only, like if else conditions. So this is one condition. If it becomes true, whatever the expression value, the result value is matching with this value one, then this condition, this code will execute. After that, it will break. Break is optional. If you give break, it will break. Otherwise, it will continue to check for other cases whether the expression value is matching with any other cases. Okay. Again, like this. If value one is not matching with the expression, then it will go to value two. Then it will check. If it is false, again it will go to default. This default is like else block where it will execute the code. So if all the cases are not matching with this expression, then it will execute the default code, default block code. Okay. So this is
Okay.
how we can use. So you want me to show practically also?
No.
Okay, fine. So these are just like if else conditions only. So this one if condition, this one else if condition, this else condition. Like that you can write as many as you want. But the advantage of switch statement over the if else statements is it is easy to write and enclose as a one block switch statement. Okay, so that is the another way, or like if else also doing the same thing, but this is like more readability and easy to have like a kind of single method like this. It's not a method; it's a block only. It's a switch statement block. Okay, so that is how we can do. And break statement. Okay, suppose if you want to break at particular point of time. Okay, suppose if x is equal to 5, you want to print only first 5 numbers. If x is greater than 5, then you need to break it. Then what you need to do? You need to use the break statement. Suppose here in the for loop, so suppose here if we take if I is greater than 5, break. Then what will happen? If I is greater than 5, then it won't print. It will execute it will terminate this loop. Okay, you can see this. See, it printed only 1 2 3 4 5. So that is the advantage of the break statement. And okay, and also why go to statements are not available in Java? You know go to statements?
No.
Yeah, in C language we have seen, right? So go to statements will they avoided in Java because it is very confusing, and the control flow will go like very in a peculiar manner. Okay, so that's why they avoided in the Java programming language, especially in a large program. If several go to statements are used, the programmer would be perplexed with understanding the flow from where to where the control is jumping. So it is very uh, confusing totally in the programmer for the programmer. Okay, so that's why uh, Java soft development team avoided this go to statement. Okay, so this is also important into the question. Sometimes they will ask, but this very rare, rarely they will ask. Okay, now coming back to continue statement. Yeah, next one is continue statement. So continue statement will just skip that iteration only in the particular loop. Okay, means suppose if you don't want to print 5, okay, and you want to print remaining characters from from integers, okay, 1 to 10, but you should we should not want 5 to be printed. Then what you need to do, um, like if I is equal to 5, okay, then you can just give the continue statement, continue. Okay, then what it will happen if I is equal to 5, then it won't print this. The control will come here, and whenever the continue statement is executed, then it will just skip the remaining part of this below continue statements, and it will iterate to the next one.
Okay.
Okay, so now if I execute this, see 5 is not printed here because it is skipped. So continue is nothing but a skipping the particular iteration based on the given condition. Okay, so that is the advantage of continue statement. And coming to return statement. Okay, so if you want to return the control itself. Okay, so you can give like syntax return. uh, if you want to pass some value, then you need to return the value, or if you want to just return the control, you can just give the return based on the method where you are. If the method is void type, then you can give return statement. If the method returns something, some variable, you need to give the return where that particular type of the variable. So suppose I want, if I is equal to 5, then I want to return totally. Okay, so you can just give return. Then what it will happen means the control flow will exit from this loop, from this loop. Not only from this loop, from this method. Okay, so then where the control flow will go, it will go to the calling point. Means here it will go and here it will end. It will check any methods available after this. If it is not calling any methods, then it will stop here. So that is the advantage of return statement. I will just try to execute. See, it is printed 1 2 3 4. After that, it is totally returned back to the main method. Okay, so this is in case of void method. Okay, suppose if you are returning something, some method is like this, something like you are returning some summation of two numbers. Okay, public int sum of int a, int b. Okay, you are doing some operation here. Int s is equal to a plus b. Okay, and you want to return. this summation. Then you have to give like this. Okay, and if you want to call this one in your main method, just give here some like 5,3. Okay, then you can execute this. So what happened? Okay, I'm not printing anything, right? So I need to print. So what I need to do? I need to enclose this in the print system.out.println. Okay. So here I can use some concatenating the calling method. So this method will return the summation of given two numbers. Okay. So now I can execute this one. So you will get the sum is equal to 8. So if you want to print in the new line, just give your /n. Then it will print this particular line in new line. Yeah, sum is equal to 8. Okay. So that is the advantage of return variable statement. Okay. And coming back to PPT. So these are about the control statements. So any doubts so far in this control statements?
No.
Okay. Okay, but there are two interview questions here. So what is the difference between return and system.exit of 0? So have you heard about this one? System.exit.
No,
Oh,
Veeresh.
okay. I will explain that. So if you want to terminate the program, entire Java program, okay, at any point of
Okay.
time, then you can use this statement, system.exit of 0. It is completely terminating from the program, from out of the main method. Okay. So this return statement will just uh, uh, it gives the control flow to the calling method only. Okay. Okay, means but your program is still running. Okay. But if you want to terminate the program entirely, okay, then you need to use the system.exit of 0. Okay. Suppose so here you want to exit. Okay. System.exit of 0. Okay. Then so as soon as the statement executes, the Java program will terminate. It won't print all these things. This also, this method will not call. Okay. So we can do here. Sorry, here return is there, right? Okay. Suppose here break is there, and now you can see. See, this is not calling this particular for loop and this sum method. So whenever this system.exit of 0, it is completely terminated. Okay. So the thing is, the difference is return statement is used inside a method to come out of it. But system.exit of 0 is used in any method to come out of the Java program. So that is the difference. And coming back to another question, system.exit of 0 and system.exit of 1. So what is the difference between these two? So this is very important interview question. So both are used to terminate the Java program. I think some voice is coming from one of you guys. I think
No.
Shivakumar.
No.
Sweta, is it from you?
So what happened? What are you getting?
Some voice, background voice is getting some noisy sound.
Okay, I'll mute it. Someone is talking.
Okay, yeah, you can temporarily mute, no problem. Yeah. Okay. So the difference between system.exit of 0 and system.exit of 1 is, so whenever this system.exit of 0 is executing, the program will terminate properly. Means it will close all the IO operations inside the Java program, then it will exit. But if you execute this system.exit of 1, then it will, what it will do is the JVM will terminate the program abruptly. Suddenly it will do without properly closing all the IO operations at the background. So that is the difference between system.exit of 0 and system.exit of 1.
Can you repeat it once, Suresh?
Yeah, system.exit of 0 terminates the program normally, but whereas system.exit of 1 terminates the program because of some error encountered in the program or some abruption or happens, some suddenly something abrupted happened, then system.exit of 1 will is the cause of this um, abrupt terminations.
Okay.
Okay, so don't use system.exit of 1 at any point of time. Even system.exit of 0 is also not recommended to use this statement. Okay, so these are very dangerous because JVM will terminate suddenly. So which is like in the real-time projects, it will be more confusing to the customers or the end users. Okay, only use return statement as long as possible wherever is applicable. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the topic about control statements. We'll quickly go to input and output. This is very small topic. I can explain you. Okay. So system.in, I already told you, system is a class available in the java.lang, and in is again variable inside the system class, which is used for accepting a data from the keyboard. Okay. So which is using the input stream object. Okay. Input stream is a class again, so which is used to take the data from the keyboard. Okay, and system.out is means here in is there, right? In is again some object variable. Okay, some object. So that object class is input stream here. You understand, right? So I will tell you how it will be looks like. The system is class. Okay. Here input stream in like this it will be there, and this is a class. Okay, like this. There are many other variables and code here. I'm just telling for the sake of your understanding. So like this. So system is a class, input stream is another class which is like defined like this, input stream in. So this will be object to the system again. Okay, and the system dot out is used to display the output to the end user. Okay, so out is again print stream. Okay, so again it will be like this, print stream out. Okay, and system.error. So this is also available as part of error is available as part of print stream. Okay, so it will be like the same thing like this, print stream error, like this it will be there. Okay, so but then what is the difference between out and error is the difference, main difference between out and error is out is both are displaying the output, but mainly we are using this system but out for displaying the normal messages or statements, normal user defined strings. But system.err is basically using for the displaying the error logs, like error messages. Okay, whenever if you want to define some error messages like validation messages. Okay, so the number should not be negative, something like for example, then you need to use this system.err. Okay, so coming to accepting below inputs from the keyboard. Okay, see these are the these are the various data types used for taking the input from the keyboard. So that is single character, a string, integer, float, double, like, okay. And accepting other types of values. It will also accept other type of values, like any user defined data types. Then also we can use that, like not only user defined, some other classes are there like byte. Okay, if you want to read bytes from the keyboard, that is also possible. Okay, so there is a byte class, short, long, boolean. So all these are like other type of values reading from the keyboard. And coming to next one, accepting different types of inputs in a line. Okay, so then you need to use some like read line available in the buffer reader. Okay, uh, to get like line by line. Okay, you want to take entire input as a one sentence. Okay, then you need to use read line on the buffer reader class object. Okay, there are some other classes like string tokenizer. Okay, the string tokenizer, suppose I will show you. Suppose string tokenizer. Tokenizer. Okay, some you have string. Then you want to tokenize it based on the some comma separated. Then you need to give like this. Suppose your string is str is equal to something like this. Hello Java world. Something commas are there. Then what it will give? It will tokenize the given string in based on the comma separated. Then it will give the tokens finally. Okay, hello Java world. All this will come. So you need to iterate this using st.next token so that you will get those tokens. First one is hello. Again, if you call this statement, again it will give the next token Java. Like this will come. Or you can use the for each loop and you can give only single statement like st.next token. Then it will come. So this is about the string tokenizer. And coming to next one. Yeah. So reading data from the keyboard. So how exactly we are reading from the data from the keyboard? So actually we have a keyboard. So when the user enters the data, then system.in will accept the data from the keyboard. So that is the responsibility of the system.in, and it then input stream is responsible for taking that accepted data from the system.in, and it will read the given data in the pipeline. Okay, then it will gives to the next level. So buffer reader, what it will do? Buffer reader will read that input stream reader in another pipeline, and it will finally give the data. It will display the data using the read beer.read or beer.read line. Okay, so this is the process of reading the data from the keyboard. So that's why you can see input stream reader object you need to create first. Okay, then we need to pass this system.in as a input to the input stream reader. Okay, so this is the diagram it will explain for the statement. And buffer reader you need to give that object, or you can give directly like this: new buffer reader of new buffer input stream reader of system.in. Instead of giving two statements, you can give in a single line statement like this. So once you get the buffer reader, then you can br.read and br.read line. So read means it will read the character. Okay, br.read line means it will read the entire line, means like as a sentence it will read. Okay, so that is the difference between the read and the read line in available in the buffered reader class. Okay, so any doubts so far in this? Okay, so we will see some example here. Beer dot read. I'll show you that. Beer dot read. Okay, so coming back here. Suppose I am reading data from read data from keyboard. Okay, so here, so first what system.in will do, it will accept the data from the keyboard. Okay, so this object you need to pass to the input stream reader object. Input stream reader. Okay, you need to pass. Okay, so then you need to create a object reference to this. Okay, object reference. Okay, so this is the part of initializing in the input stream reader, and after this installation we will get the object that is referring by this one. Okay, means it is ready to accept the data from the keyboard, and it will read through the input stream reader. Then after this, so buffered reader br is equal to new buffered reader. Okay, and object. So if you want to print something like enter some value, we can give here enter. Okay, enter reverse string, something like this. Okay, then so you will get this and pr dot read. So read will give the integer format. Okay, so you can typecast it so that actually read will give the integer format, okay, of that character type. So you need typecast into char and you can print it. Okay, sorry. Okay, p, but it will print all the characters of that given input, so you need to loop it like this on the while br dot read not equal to -1. Sorry. Okay, here what you need to do here. So I just slice this into something, some int visual I. You can define the integer. Okay, so the entire thing you can keep in the brackets, so that first it will get the integer, If it is not equal to -1, then what you need to do? You need to typecache that integer value. Then you have to print it. Okay. So this is the way of creating this one, and why it is showing the error. Yeah, you need to see input stream reader is a class available in the java.io package. So you need to give that one, import that package. That package will get import like this, import.java.io uh, input stream reader, and this is not equals like this, and po.read. Okay. So as whenever there are IO operations, there will be exception handlings. Okay. So if you while doing some performing the IO operation, something like some crashes happens, then system will terminate abruptly. Okay, suddenly it will stop. So we need to enclose that in the try cache black. Okay, so that is the way. And here we can print something like the message of the exception. Okay, system dot error dot print. So what is the purpose of error? To display the some
Errors.
error messages here. So error occurred like e dot get message. So it will display the exception message. What actually happened? If some exception occurs at one time. Okay. So this is how we can display. Now we need to call this method inside main. Okay. ctr1 dot. Okay. So but we have given system.exit somewhere, right? Yeah, in some method. So we need to comment that. Yeah, this one. Otherwise, the program will not execute completely. Okay. So now we can see this. What happens? Yeah. See. So after entering a string, it is ready to accept the data from the keyboard. Okay. So that is the responsibility of this statement. So now you need to give data. So something like okay. Welcome. So it so this process is reading the data from the keyboard and printing. So this is responsible for printing the given characters of the string. So each letter is a character of the string. So that's why we are reading the data character by character. It's not like entire as a string. We are not reading like that. Okay. So buffer reader is reading character by character using this method read. Okay. So another way of reading the data is like I will show you. So this is just like reading character wise. Okay. And just to comment this entire thing like dashboard. Okay. If you want to read at a time, you can use the br.read line. See, if you want to see the help, you can see here also reads a line of text. A line is considered to be terminated by any one of a line feed. So until unless the carriage return happens. Means whenever you give the input and enter hit the enter key, then only it will complete the reading of the given input. Okay. So now br dot read line. Okay, and print this. Okay, and you can import. Okay, you can this also you need to do the same thing. Try cache block, and this is for reading data from reading string wise or the entire the line wise. Okay, reading the line wise actually. Okay, So now execute this. Okay, enter your string, something like welcome to Java. Until unless you hit enter, it is keep on reading the data from the keyboard. So once you hit the enter, then it will control comes here and it will display the given sentence. Okay, so that is how it works. Reading the data from the keyboard using the read and readline methods of buffer reader class. So any doubts in it so far? Okay. So this is about today's class. Okay. Coming in the coming next class, we will use we'll see these arrays and string buffer and string builder and how it works and all those things. Okay.
Okay.
So I would like to give some assignments to you. Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
what you need to do is so you can so you know for Fibonacci series.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. You try
Yeah.
to print a Fibonacci series. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, for the given numbers. Okay, means until the suppose if you give the Fibonacci count is 3, so it so you know right Fibonacci series. So 0 1 0 plus
Yeah.
1 will be 1 1 1
One,
plus 1 will be
two.
2 2 plus 1 will be 3 like this. Okay,
Yeah.
so if you give Fibonacci range, Fibonacci range is your input. Okay, so if you give 5, then it should display this 5 first 5 Fibonacci series. Okay, so this is the input and this is the output of your program. Okay, so program is program to print the Fibonacci series for the given range. Okay, you can write a method which takes the Fibonacci range as input and displays the output of the Fibonacci series. Okay, and this is one program and another one is you know scanner java.builder.scanner. So
Yeah.
I will tell you the scanner also briefly. So because that will complete today's input and output operations. See here we can give scanner also. So scanner you have to create. It is also works a purpose of reading the data from the keyboard. So it uses system.in to accept the data from the keyboard. Okay, and scanner object is used to read the data. So it is like we have different methods like next line. Okay, so you just take this and print this. Okay, just comment this one. Okay, so scanner is available in java.util package, which is also used for the reading the data and displaying the output. Okay, so just execute this, stop here, enter your string, just use something like welcome to Java, so it will display. Line wise it will display. Okay, so this is how we can give it. Okay, Mm, okay. There are some more things like scanner. So if you check here, so many methods are available in the scanner. Okay. So if you see next boolean is there, next float is there to accept different kind of types from data types from the keyboard. So you try to write a program to accept a like float type data from the keyboard and print it. Okay. So that is another assignment for you. So program to accept different data type inputs from keyboard using scanner scanner class using the required methods available in scanner class. Like for example, float, integer, boolean, like this for values or for data types. Okay. So you try to do these programs tomorrow and come back to me.
Girish, can you please copy those questions in chat window?
Yeah, sure. Um,
Thank
okay.
you.
So I think all so input and output options are all. So tomorrow we will see array string and string buffer, string builder. Okay. So that is about today's class. Anything else? Okay. Today I will send you this document. Okay, for your like any revise purpose or anything, and also I will share this video. Okay.
Okay.
Um, and what else?